It's go time for the Pelicans here at home. Here they are coming down the tunnel earlier in their finest attire. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jonas Valanciunas is hitting a lot of threes. So many so that his teammates started calling him Dirk Valanciunas. He says, I'm just taking what's out there. If I have an open shot, I'll take it. If I'm making it, I'll keep taking it. Simple as that. But, guys, you better believe he still can get it done inside as well.
Oh, he can, no question. Thanks, David. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. Front court spots filled by Hunter and Collins. And it's Capella in at the center position. And for the Pelicans, running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's McCollum in at the point. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Now here's Williamson. After the miss from Trae Young, Valanciunas finds Jones. For 3, Ingram. Here's Valanciunas. Fires from deep. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Murray, the pass to Young. 13 feet away. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, if you let Trae Young get a look from there, he's knocking that down, feels like 90% of the time.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Murray outside. Hunter against Ingram. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Got to be aware of Hunter, especially when he gets up at the rim. That guy's got some size.
Well, there's been some interesting moves in the Bayou, and this team has set up a roster that I think has some great potential. I mean, there's a lot of talent, a lot of interesting players that are on this roster, and I'm excited for their future.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Murray outside. Hunter on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Williamson. All going up court. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Jones.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Hunter, no good. You definitely saw New Orleans making calculated moves, Brent, in the draft.
Yeah, there's some perfect fits alongside what a healthy Zion Williamson will bring to the court. And so if he's in there making that impact, there's a lot of complementary skill sets on this roster that will elevate them to being much more competitive sooner than you think.
And here is Hunter, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Here's Murray. Buries it down low.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. It's going to be Williamson shooting. That's on Clint Capella. 2022 is an anxious year for Zion Williamson fans, waiting for his return.
It's just not easy when your superstar gets hurt, because you want them back as soon as possible, but you also don't want to rush the healing process. And fans really had to be patient waiting for Zion to come back. They've got a big year ahead of him.
That free throw good from Williamson.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Okongwu kicks to Bogdanovich. Offside Collins. Passes to Okongwu. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Good work there as it goes.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Murray. Collins kicks to Murray. Pass to Bogdanovich. McCollum against Murray. From 12 feet out, and he nails the jumper.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting it.
Oh!
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion again to the rack.
And now, let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Wide open look here for Murray. Bogdanovich wide open. And the rebound goes to Murphy.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Williamson from long range. Pelicans keep it alive. Murphy passes to Alvarado. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. And Valanciunas kicks to Murphy. New Orleans moving it around. And here's McCollum for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 8 points.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Baseline jumper. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 6 points for him.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Murphy dishes to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Again, just watching Zion's leaping ability, gets over the defense and easily finds the rim.
The Hawks trail by 9. Pass to Murray. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's Alvarado. Williamson trying to free himself up. Collins grabs the miss. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. There's the triple. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Not a ton of times where Young is off the ball in a situation for catch and shoot, but he's still capable.
Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
On its way from Young for 2. And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for the Pelicans. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got DeAndre Hunter. Griffin out there with Murray. Then it's Sadiq Bey. And it's Capella in at the 5. Here's McCollum. And he drops it in from the low post. McCollum's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for New Orleans. And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
And this offensive system, Brent, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, lots of dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have the, in case of emergency, break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing. You flashback to Sadiq Bey's rookie season. And as the Wildcat came into the league, he hit the ground running. Really impressive, just control and demeanor and poise on the court, finishing 4th in Rookie of the Year voting.
Bey hits them both. And finishing 4th in the rookie race is certainly a compliment for Bey.
Well, Rookie of the Year races are always hotly contested, so if you land that high, that says a lot about your game and how many people are recognizing the contributions that you're making. Look, Sadiq Bey has a ton of potential.
Now the pass to Bey. He kicks it to Hunter. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Well, plain to see how eager Hunter is to work hard for his team. He gets that shot off. He gets a trip to the line.
And both free throws good for Hunter. Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there are some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism to the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
Pelicans leading by 8. Nance passes to Marshall. For 3, Ingram. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. Hunter finds Capella. Over Nance. They shoot again. Got a piece of it.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
5 to shoot. Shot from 12. Goes up again. Capella inside, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. McCollum with the ball, out guarded by Murray. McCollum passes to Jones. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Hunter. Yep, that one goes in there. Now just a 3-point Pelican lead.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And one thing I love about Clint Capella, he is a guy who plays to his strengths, especially with how he attacks the backdoor.
I think on both sides of the floor, Greg, he understands the value of just getting possession of the ball. So get a defensive rebound, help start the break. Get an offensive rebound and pick up some scrap points. Those things add up over time.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Here's Alvarado. They get it back. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
You know, big guys like Valanciunas have spent a lot of time in this league understanding where the ball is going to come off of that rim on a miss. He was in great position that time.
A baseline J. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Second shot opportunity. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Bogdanovich knocked around a little bit there, but sticks with his shot.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second-chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
.139 left here in the second. The 10-footer. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Okongwu.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Passes it to Young. And Okongwu slams it in.
Just do your work, try to get open, and Trey's going to find you.
Here's Daniels. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Knocked away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Murphy, and then Murphy with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Hawks shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And so he hits the technical free throw. The Pelicans making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. And here's Bogdanovich. Kicks it to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. Young from outside. Pelicans pull it in. Richardson dishes to Murphy. Valanciunas in the high post. Pass to Alvarado. There's the 3. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And here we go. This is great stuff as Zion looks like he's about to take over the game.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively. So what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. You know, they're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, it's never fun. You're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Ingram in the front court with Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Out to the right wing. Fires from 18. Murray, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Valanciunas finds Jones. McCollum deciding where to go with it. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Smart plays, signs of Zion Williamson picking up what it is that's going on out there and being efficient.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Murray outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 15 points for DeJounte Murray.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Valanciunas, and that one drops for him. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
And Valanciunas has no problem showing up with that physical force and finishing through contact.
And Young kicks to Murray. Hunter against Ingram. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Young outside. From downtown. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pelicans. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Steady as can be. Talk more, Brent, about what Jonas Valanciunas means to the game.
Truly the definition of consistency. Jonas Valanciunas averaging double-digit scoring for 11 straight seasons and a double-double the last 4. That's the epitome of a guy who does the dirty work and produces.
Larry Nance is checked in for the Pelicans. Bays checked in for the Hawks. Puts it up off the inbound, and the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Murray.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Hunter, no one around him, and it's off from three-point range. Nance passes to Jones. Out to Nance. Hunter against Ingram. Valanciunas inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
Pass to Murray. Hunter on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Fades away. Here's Capella. A beautiful reverse layup. Capella's got 6 points.
Well, with a big guy, a little bit of physicality can go a long way. Got inside that time.
Out to Ingram. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Young. Rejected by Ingram.
Well, Brandon Ingram is so long, and that's what we could say to the ball. So long.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Murray against Jones. Back to Young from outside the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
I'm taking a look at the Pelicans. Lots of talent have come through that program over the years, and they're loaded now.
Yeah, they've brought in some talent. They've done a good job in the draft and trying to find ways to hold on to these guys, along with having a healthy Zion. All that comes together. It's definitely going to help their chances to be more competitive.
Shots good from Young.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And catch and release, not just about fishing. Sadiq Bey last season with the 4th most catch-and-shoot triples made in the NBA.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bogdanovich in for DeJounte Murray. Ray, you were talking about how Bey is always in motion. He's always working so well off the ball, isn't he?
He is, Kevin. One of the league leaders in ground covered over the course of the season. And with all his minutes played, you know he's in tip-top shape.
Young for three. Again, Young missing. Pelicans leading by 14. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Williamson from long range. Great positioning on the putback.
Valanciunas loving that easy, too.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Down low. Okongwu kicks to Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Okongwu. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
The pass to Williamson. Okongwu grabs the board.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans on top, leading by 14. New Orleans back in a moment. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pelicans leading by 14. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Bogdanovich are their guards. Collins is out there with Okongwu. And it's Griffin in at the 3 slot. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Young with no one around. Off target from outside.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case, man. Somebody want to tell him that he's up off the threes.
Williamson with the bucket.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
Pass to Collins. Now Griffin. Williamson with the block. Here's Okongwu. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Ingram, he's checked in for Marshall. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. Murray comes in for Bogan Bogdanovic. And the basket by McCollum.
Just always appreciate the way that C.J. McCollum is such a natural scorer.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Murray, the pass to Young. Looking to get it going. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Inside. Here's Williamson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game.
Well, a little contact from the defense goes a long way for Zion Williamson.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Jones, the pass to Williamson. That one good for 2. Williamson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the key to defending Zion in the paint is don't let him get the ball. After he touches it, damage is going to get done.
Bounce pass, Collins. That one goes in.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Pelicans leading by 16. And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Young with the ball. Now defended by Williamson. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Trae Young showing off his finishing ability on the inside.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
I like this throwback approach they've taken, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities. Fair or not, as long as Trae Young is in the NBA, he will be connected to Luka Doncic. And that night back in 2018 during the draft, where those two guys swapped teams.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. I'll see if they were listening, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. In that 2018 draft, Brent, the Doncic-Young swap was a huge deal.
Yeah, so the two will be compared, and I think that's been a great deal for each team. You've seen the growth, you've seen them in the playoffs, you've seen the kind of excitement level that they brought to the fans, and both have been all-stars. So Luka and Trae, both spectacular offensive players, and they both are carrying the load.
Offensive rebound. Hunter kicks to Collins. Pass to Hunter. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
And the defense better start respecting DeAndre Hunter from that kind of range.
Here's McCollum. Williamson trying to free himself up. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
That's tipped. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And the layup falls. McCollum's got 9 points in the quarter.
I like when CJ takes this kind of initiative, showing how versatile he can be on the floor, operating with the ball and without.
To the middle. And then Murphy with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Over to the left wing. For three, Murray. He's still on. Now he is 9 of 10.
The big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Williamson with it, and Young picks him up defensively. From the arc. And it's Williamson missing. The Hawks trail by 15. And there's the pass to Young. Tries from 10. Rejected by Ingram. And it's McCollum in the corner. Fires for three. A three-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got 16 here in the second half.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for C.J. McCollum.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
.29 left to play in the final quarter. Pelicans leading by 18. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by McCollum.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open. .106 left in the fourth quarter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Passes it to Matthews. To the inside. Fernando.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And there's another turnover by Atlanta. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 33.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation. Always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Pass to Matthews. The Hawks working the ball around. Clock at 4. Here's Forrest. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Hernan Gomez. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Zion, you never let him back in the game tonight. How did you finish so strongly?
Just being consistent, not letting up after we get a big lead. Coach came and emphasized it at halftime, and then we just came out and stayed consistent.
Yeah, it was a wire-to-wire job tonight, man, and congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.